Everyone can make dumb mistakes. That is no exception for Michael and I. Today we're gonna a little bit of different video for you. We are going over our top dumbest financial mistakes we've made
Personally,
yes, historically. So
it's time to open the kimono.
haven't happened in a while. Learned our lessons, but even us, we can make some dumb mistakes every once in a while. So I have a feeling these are going to be back in the day stories. I know mine are. Mine have a theme. Unfortunately, I'm a car guy. I like cars, and back in the college days and early marriage days, both of my mistakes apply to vehicles. So my first one is lifestyle inflation. So I was only making $50,000 a year. My wife was working too at the time, but it was back in 2011, I think. 50,000 base. I got a $10,000 raise. So I immediately went out and bought my wife a brand new Acura MDX, which cost me $500 a month. So and a full year with upgraded insurance and everything was running about $6,000 in payments and $7,000 in payments I didn't have before. So after taxes, I was literally, my whole raise was just to pay for my wife's new car, which still, I wake up still being like, what an idiot. Like,
I've heard you say in meetings, lifestyle inflation is the enemy of wealth creation. And I'm like, are you some kind of personal advisor rapper? That's where that comes from, probably.
Yeah, no, 100%. Every time I think about it, it's, the lifestyle inflation just kills the ability to build wealth. So, real world experiences coming from me personally. We talk to younger clients and kids of clients. It's tempting to want to, upgrade, especially as you're going through those rapid career advancements early on. And the last thing you want to do is add a car that you don't need to the mix. What's yours?
Okay, I'll throw one out. One of my biggest financial stakes in learning experiences was co-signing on a girlfriend's car. She couldn't qualify.
But you're going to be together forever.
I know. She could qualify to buy on her own. She didn't have very good credit, and there turned out to be a good reason for that. We ended up breaking up, and you're
Over the car or just the...
Oh, no. You're in a situation where you're either trying to repossess the car because they're not making payments, or you're making payments so that your own credit doesn't get ruined. And, Rick and I actually worked in consumer lending for a number of years before we became financial advisors. And, I would just give this piece of advice to anyone of any age: never co-sign for anyone on anything. It's a lose-lose proposition. And if you're in a position that if you want to add them onto your own credit card so that they can build credit and you can monitor what's going on, I'm okay with that. If you have the money to gift someone, just gift it. Co-signing, there's only bad things that come from that. And I've just seen it too many times. One of the worst large scale things that I've seen people do is go in and buy a house with their not husband or wife, but with their boyfriend or girlfriend.
It's almost a bigger commitment than getting married.
Yeah. I mean, so don't co-sign, don't do that stuff. Don't share bank finances with somebody you're not married to.
Yeah, don't
or have a business agreement with. So yeah. It was a painful lesson. And I was young enough that it really hurt.
Ouch. My next is stick with the car theme. Unfortunately, I have some self-reflecting to do. Just keeping up with the Joneses. So I, in college, 2006, so stupid. I cashed out my high school Roth account that I had, I think, $12,000 in to buy a car I didn't need. So I had a fully functioning car. Not only that, I was so desperate to get a cool car to keep up with the cool kids that had all these cool cars, that I sold the free car that I had that worked totally fine that my parents had given me. Sold it to the mechanic that worked on it for a price that I now know I just absolutely got 100% ripped off on.
What kind of car?
It was great. It was a Lexus ES300, basically a Camry at the time.
And you have ground effects on it?
No, that was the one they gave me. I sold this car for $2,000 to the mechanic and bought. This is hilarious. I bought a Nissan 350Z manual.
Oh, nice.
I couldn't drive manual.
Okay.
I couldn't even drive the damn thing.
I bet you look good sitting.
I had stalling at every red light. Yeah, it was a little terrible. But I literally sold off my Roth IRA that would be worth. I don't even do the math on that right now. To buy, I sold a tax-free.
Probably close to 80 to 90.
I thought a tax-free
Tax-free.
account to buy a depreciating asset when I didn't even need to. It wasn't like I was desperate and like couldn't work if I didn't have the car. I had a car. So my things are cars, and I have to learn that. But yeah, keeping up with the Joneses and just wanting things that I just could not afford because it was cool, or I mean, man, that was so stupid. I don't do that. Do not cash out Roths. Don't cash out retirement accounts for any reason unless you have. You'd have to really sell me pretty hard on why you'd.
Cashing out your retirement account to buy something that goes down in value, probably. No.
What's that stat? Americans like have to access their 401k.
Oh, it's crazy.
For like no.
Transamerica Retirement Studies does an annual thing where they come out with data around people tapping retirement accounts. And I remember in the pandemic year, they published one, and something like 80% of millennials tap their retirement accounts. They're like 65%, 2/3 of all Americans tap their retirement accounts during the pandemic.
And they weren't buying cars they didn't need. It was just they couldn't afford to live.
Yeah, it was surprising. And that's a big reason why the emergency fund's so important. Yeah, a little side topic, but okay. My other big financial mistake early on in my career, hit even today was a large bonus. I made a $10,000 bonus. It's probably about 24 years old. Talked to my dad. I'm like, hey, what do you think I should do with this money? He's like, I just got a hot stock tip. It's this company, Integrity Bank Shares. They're putting in ATMs across Europe. They're going to be huge. And so I put all of my money without knowing anything else about this company in this one stock, and it proceeded to go to zero. So I literally lost my entire investment, on this one stock. But it was a valuable lesson learned. Don't put your money in something that you don't have the time or knowledge to research and understand.
What do you think that was the percentage of your investable assets at the time?
Oh boy, 20%. I mean, I was pretty young. My 401k couldn't have been that much. So I mean, it was just significant. I mean, $10,000.
Yeah.
That's a good amount of money today. Go back about 20 years ago. I mean, it's hard to imagine that was that long ago, but still smarts.
Yeah. Jeez. Hot tip.
I got a hot one for you.
Hot tip. Don't do that.
Yeah. Just be careful when you hear somebody with a hot tip, especially if they word it that way. So,
especially like when I ask about percentage of investable assets, we try to stick to 10 to 15% of your total investable assets in any one thing. We call it don't get Enron, just so y'all might remember Enron.
Oh, all right. Well, good example. Rick and I both worked for Wells Fargo. Going into the financial crisis, 100% of our match in the company 401k was a Wells Fargo stock.
It's not even legal now, isn't it? I mean,
no, they've changed that. But yeah, over concentration and going into that window, Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's company, their largest single holding was Wells Fargo. So even smart investors, you have an exposure to something like that, and a financial crisis hits, could be problematic. So.
Even if you love the company, even if it's like the best company alive, and it is a really great stock tip, like, and you've researched it, you love it, like more than 15% of your investable assets in any one thing is not a great idea.
Although going back to the financial crisis, I do remember, now I would never do this again, taking all of my 401k when Wells Fargo stock was at like $6, moving it all into Wells Fargo stock and then selling it like 40.
So it was like 2010 or something, or 11, and
just
I remember Chase Bank like now $4 or something.
What's that?
I remember Chase Bank was like $8. I found Bank of America was like $4.
Yeah,
I was like,
I mean, they'd gone down 85%
or something. Yeah.
Wow. Anyways, that one worked out. The other ones didn't.
Even us, we make mistakes. Not for a while, hopefully. But yeah, just lifestyle inflation, keeping up with the Joneses, co-signing, getting on debt for someone that you're not already married to or tied to significantly, and throwing huge amounts of your investable assets at one single thing on a hot tip. All things you should probably avoid. So, see you later. Thanks.